Welcome home, Rub Pack. Marcus here with Karina. I went a little too far. Welcome. All right, we are outside of Five Below, one of my favorite stores in the world. It's not been that long since the last time we came here, but that is because we are here for something special. For those of you guys that might be new here, we as a community celebrate all things animation and nostalgic, but my personal thing, I love to collect Nickelodeon. And of course, our favorite poorest friend under the sea, SpongeBob. And him in specific we're gonna be looking for today because at Five Below right now, they just dropped right after we left this brand new SpongeBob giant surprise box. And it is not $5, Karina. It's in Beyond section. It's $20 friggin' guys. But we're gonna find out if it's worth it or not worth it, so that way you guys can come pick one up or not come pick one up. And I'm still looking for those Halloween bobbleheads, so hopefully they have some of this stuff in there. I have a feeling we are for sure gonna get that surprise box, so let's go ahead and head on in, guys. This was really not a planned video. I just like literally had to run some errands outside. I have a coworker still at the cavern right now that's waiting for me to finish these errands, but in reality it's my day off. It's crazy how every Five Below is like so much different sometimes. Like we were just here last week and now they have this giant Wicked display here, and they have all these Wicked items too. They've like little Wicked mystery minis. There's these little pillows. Looks like some coloring books maybe, or just some books. Crochet Glinda. And Karina, so good. Karina got some spray. You have like all the Ariana Grande perfumes, so I guess that's technically also an Ariana Grande perfume. And then this is what caught my attention. What the heck? The SpongeBob bag is so nice. It's by BioWorld. I don't know how much it is. I'm gonna say maybe like 20 bucks. It doesn't say though. If it's like $10, that's an absolute steal, but it literally doesn't say the price anywhere. So we're just gonna put it in the cart and hope. If it's $10, we're gonna get one to give away to you guys. If it's $20, I might have to just get, you know, the one to give away to you guys, because I don't know if I want to get two of them. But either way, you guys are gonna get one. That's gonna be over on our Whatnot stream, of course. But there's not just that one. There's also this one right here too, a Shrek one as well. A Bluey one. The Bluey one's kind of fallen down a little bit, but very, very cool. They also have the Nightmare Before Christmas and Wicked. So really good like little Christmas presents if you wanted to get them for somebody. They are perfect for that. Then they have some more plushie over here too for Nightmare Before Christmas. And look, they even have Corpse Bride too. And these are $7. So yeah, they're really starting to push that Five Beyond, you know, section a little bit further. I doubt the bags are gonna be, you know, $5, but we'll just go ahead and enjoy what's, you know, even if it is a couple bucks more, it's okay. But these definitely would have been $5 like last year. But look at the displays they have this year too. Like they did not have this last year. They have Nightmare Before Christmas display. I mean, I don't collect Nightmare Before Christmas, but if I did, I would definitely be trying to get this display. I'm not gonna complain that there's no I'm not gonna draw you down there just randomly to see your bottom, just see your eyes in the bottom of the shot. I'm not gonna complain there's a SpongeBob one because we got one at Spirit Halloween this year. Ryan will put it up on screen for you. But there's so many new items they did not have before. Oh my gosh, that's so sick. The SpongeBob Bluetooth LED wireless speaker. I'm wondering, so it's like SpongeBob wearing headphones with a little LED light on the side. Okay, we are gonna get two of these as well too. I just can't leave two. I have to get one to give away because they're just so cool. I love bringing fun stuff to the Whatnot streams for you guys, and usually there's like one or two items that are worth doing that, but this right here is just amazing. So we have two already, and there's also a Winnie the Pooh one as well too. The Winnie the Pooh one's really cute, but it just doesn't like fit as well as SpongeBob because SpongeBob's so malleable. You know, he's always squishing and changing to different forms, so it works really well. Okay, so I'm curious to see what else there is because this is now two things that we did not see at the other location at all. But over here we have more of the horror aspect stuff. We have Michael Myers, or is it Freddy Krueger? No, this is Jason Voorhees. I was trying to remember his name. Like there's so many murderers to remember. You have the Terrifier. This is the one I was talking about. I was saying like, when did this guy just randomly become like a horror icon? This guy and the the little like scarecrow guy from the Halloween, or what is it called? The Trick or Treat movie, I think it was the one I was talking about. Like these guys have been icons for Halloween like since forever, you know? Even him. But this guy is like, it feels like it's just a new thing. All of a sudden now he's like a thing. And then down here we have more plushies. These Squishmallows are so cute actually for the Five Nights at Freddy's. You have Freddy there, you've got Bonnie, Foxy, no Chica. It looks like Chica did not get a Squishmallow. Oh wait, no, there she is. There we go. Okay, and then down here, we also have some of these as well too, these little figures. These are by, I'm pretty sure, Culturefly. They have been killing it with this line for a while. They have a Chucky, and as well as his bride, we have Tiffany too. And then Funko released these horror mystery minis here. Who is on this? Okay, so it looks like we have, is that Red from, I think, Us? And then we have, or no, that's the little boy from Us. And then we have, there we go, Red is up there from Us. I would love to get that one. I love the movie Us so much. We also have Megan as well too, the animatronic one. I'm actually not 100% sure who the guy in the devil mask is. If you guys do, let me know, but I want to get, oh, and then they also have the guy from Get Out too. This is so cool. Karina's actually gonna love these because she loves those movies too. Oh, there you are, look. So I was just telling them, look at this. They have these Funko mystery minis, and look, it's Red from Us, and then the guy from Get Out too. Those are so dope. Okay, we're gonna get 3 of them. At least if I get 1 of them, I would be pretty hyped. Okay, go ahead and grab 1 more. I'll let you pick the last one. And you just pick the one in the row. There was no like method at all to that. We just grabbed the 3 that were available. All right, so there we go. They're in there. What is it? What is it? Oh, yes. Okay. Go ahead and back that card up. Oh, and there's Scooby-Doo too? Did you see the Scooby-Doo one?
Yeah.
Wow, okay. There's another thing? That's kind of weird. So this right here is the Patrick I've been hoping to find this whole time, guys. Oh, and I tried to order these online. They said they were sold out, but look at this, not sold out. So we have SpongeBob here in his haunted mattress costume that is absolutely iconic. This right here, this is our first ever product of this Patrick. This Patrick was a part of a line. I talked about it last time called a Spookoween, I believe, on Nickelodeon, a set of bumpers they did on the channel. And some of the images of the characters in that bumper were actually lost media for a long time, and some of them still are. And that's where this Patrick as the Bride of Frankenstein actually appears. I think they might also have a giant size one, a Nickelodeon universe they could put out in Halloween time sometimes. We can put that on screen too, but to be able to have your own household version, I'm so pumped. But we still are missing one. Oh yes, they have the whole set. Gary is there too, and we have the Pumpkin Gary. All right, so we have all 3 of them as well. Okay, we're gonna get another one to give away. There's just too much stuff right now. We are gonna get him to give away. And I'm also gonna grab the Scooby pumpkin costume, Scooby, and we're gonna grab the Shaggy in the pumpkin costume. That is gonna go perfect in my Scooby collection. He looks so funny. I love it. He's the only character that you can like display in Halloween costume all year round because his show is spooky. That's his whole thing, you know? But there we go. Okay, and then you said there's one more thing? Why did, okay, I'm not gonna lie, I don't like that at all. That's really uncomfortable. That's like such a stretch. Like Minnie's really cute. Yeah. But these orange, like that's such a, like you're reaching so hard trying to make Buzz and Woody like Halloween themed. They just made them the color of Halloween. That I do not like, but thank you nonetheless. The Minnie is very cute though. It's just we already found so much stuff that I'm like, you know, I gotta be more picky with what we grab from here on out. All right, so Karina is on the King of the Hill train now. She's watched it recently. I watched the reboot with her, so she really liked it. We have the Bobby Hill shirt she's gonna be adding to her collection. Yes. Bobby is my favorite character for sure. Is he your favorite character too now?
Bobby and Peggy.
Bobby and Peggy, which I think is Peggy. Peggy is your favorite character, is a hot take. They have a Looney Tunes shirt too. Marvin the Martian. Honestly, like the best shirts are always the ones that don't really even have on display. You just gotta look through them. The one shirt that I really want though is this one, the Plankton shirt with Karen and Plankton, but they only have a medium and a large. I need at least an extra large, but unfortunately these are the only 2 sizes they have. One day we'll probably not be here when they stock it, but it'll be there. Okay, last time we saw they had the SpongeBob and Patrick best friend necklaces. I do have my SpongeBob one, and then they also have some more now too. They have Piglet and also Pooh. Gabby's Dollhouse, which I think that's getting a live action movie now. I just saw a billboard for it the other day. And they have a High School Musical one here too with Troy Bolton's number, as well as the Wildcats logo. Tinkerbell headband, or what is this called? I don't know. A freaking crocodile mouth thing for your hair. Ooh, do we have any Halloween style hair ties? No, not really. Some more like spring kind of ones, but oh, look at this. They have a Marie one. That is so freaking cute, man. Why do I actually want this? I just don't wear enough pink, but that's so cute, man. I wish they had the other cats, like O'Malley. Like if they would have had an O'Malley one, that'd be so cool. I know I can, but I'm just not. There's more over here though. They have Bluey. Oh, this one I'm gonna get. The Shrek one.
And one for Austin.
Austin doesn't have long hair. I mean, he could tie it really tight, like a little tiny little ponytail. He could just suck onto it with this one, maybe. But we're gonna go ahead and get this one. I'm gonna get the Shrek one. I'm gonna impress Austin though when I show up with it. Yep, he's gonna be like, wow, Marcus, you are the second coolest guy I know. And that's good enough for me. And then they have the Peanuts one too. I don't wear the claws really, but that Wildcats one is cool too. Yeah, the SpongeBob one, I got that one already. Not here at the flea market a while back. So yeah, I'm gonna get the Shrek one. I love it. This is like perfect green too. I wear this green all the time. Like at least something in my shirt is like accented with this green. So we'll take this. And then I'm also gonna get these right here too. These Fiona slides. These are so cute. Can you imagine me with this and then this in my hair? I'm gonna look freaking awesome. I'm gonna look hot. All right, guys, so this is a question for you guys in the comments. Who do you think would win in a battle to the death? Literally. We have Pennywise, Michael Myers, sorry, not Mike Myers, not the guy who plays the cat Nat, and then Chucky. Because Chucky didn't die, man. He would not die. He just kept, well, same thing with Mike Myers, man. It's like, he got, bomb explodes, another nuke falls on it, a plane picks him up and then crashes, and he's still like, at the end of the movie, you see his hand come out of the dust, you know? You could, anything in the world, the whole world could explode, he would still be moving. And then you also got Pennywise. I don't know, who do you guys think would win? I don't, for me, I'm gonna go with Mike Myers. I just feel like, yeah, but Pennywise got taken down by a bunch of kids. You know what I mean? So like, come on, they had bikes, that was it. So I mean, I'm kind of thinking Mike Myers, you know, he doesn't even need a bike, he can drive probably. So, but then Chucky, I don't know, he has like a, basically just immortal almost. What do you think?
Like you.
Like me. No, for real, is that your choice though?
Yeah.
Okay, my logic made sense, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
You convinced me.
It seemed like you were thinking about Pennywise at first, huh?
Yeah, but when you think about, they're just kids, you know?
Yeah, all you really need is just like a sharp piece of a fence is what they had, right? And they just stabbed him and he was like, ugh. But he did live, I guess. I don't know. You guys let me know in the comments. Like, you have to pick a candy that you like when you were a kid, you thought it was so good, but now that you're an adult, you're like, why would I ever get that? You know? So for me, it's this. Nickel, what is that even? That even sounds lewd. Nickel nip. So these little wax of sodas, you chew on them, and then like, you know, the soda comes out, and then you just have this nasty plastic in your mouth that's like all stuck to your teeth. Your teeth feel all oily. Like, it was just a gimmick, I guess, that got me as a kid, but now as an adult, I'm just like, oh, why would I put myself through that, you know? Which one would you pick? What about these? I could do that. You haven't even come up with a choice. I'm already thinking of a Nelco. Are you kidding me? This is basically just these are basically just Tums. You know what I mean? These are not good.
I would say maybe this. Like,
the Jawbreakers, yeah.
I always try to eat it, and then it just breaks me. Yeah,
you get like a couple hundred licks, and you're like, wow, nothing's changed. And then you put it in a Ziploc bag because your mom's like, oh, you want to save it. And then you try it again, you're like, this is kind of just getting disgusting. Yeah. And then you throw it away. You never eat the whole thing. These are so much work for like not that much good of a candy. Like, but for real though, I can't wait to pick some good stuff over here. But I just gotta say it, I am so tired of seeing these Wonder Balls here. These and the SpongeBob ones with the wobblers, they've had those same ones since I was born. Like, they just never changed them. Like, we need to get some new coins in this, and we need to get some new Wobblers Series 2. This is like 8 years you've been running with those designs, okay? Everybody on Earth has that red Mario by now, okay? So just make another thing, please. Alright, so last time I got the SpongeBob multicolor pen. I use this on Whatnot all the time. I did not see they had this. I'm gonna have to go pretty far back there because for some reason he's in the back. Bear with me. There's a Garfield one now. Yes, I caved and I opened up the SpongeBob one. I couldn't hold it. So I'm gonna get the Garfield one. I'm just gonna use that one too. I'm just gonna accept it. I've decided that like, I am like a sealed collector, and if it's something vintage old, I'm gonna keep it sealed. But if it's something like this, where it's kind of more run of the mill, and if I just want to use it, it's about enjoying it, right? So I'm just gonna open it up. I need you to validate what my feelings are.
Yes, Marcus. Yes.
Thank you. Okay, thank you for the validation, because inside I'm still anxious and I'm still worried about this. So when you validate it and people say, yeah, you should just enjoy it, I'm like, yeah.
Enjoy your life.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, so now we're gonna go to the section where hopefully they should have the SpongeBob mystery box. But in case we didn't get it here, I already pre-ordered it. Oh, not pre-ordered, I bought it for pickup at the other location. So if they don't have it, we'll still get it regardless. But I did see this over here. Look at Garfield figures and stuff. I don't even know if they're like brand cool things. Let's see the designs on the side there. So it's not like the designs aren't unique enough for me to want to try to collect the whole set. You know what I mean? Like they're just him doing different poses. They're very cute, but I just, like I said, and I just feel like, you know, I have a lot of other Garfield figures. I'll get one just to have one from this line, you know? And then this, I found out, so remember last time I was trying to filter this and I ended up getting like a million Squidward, or I got a million SpongeBobs because I'm trying to get Doodle Bob. And it turns out Doodle Bob feels very much like SpongeBob. So I got 3 SpongeBobs instead of Doodle Bob, but he's carrying the pencil. So what I need to do is feel for like his arms to be coming out with a pencil in between. And look at how long that is, literally longer than SpongeBob's body. So, no, none of these might have it. Look at this, what a freaking, oh.
Wow.
This kid disgusts me. You disgust me, kid that did this. You know, we shout out sometimes people that do good things. You know, like last video we shouted out Fair Kid, I believe his name was. This, no shout out for him. For Thief Kid, we hate you. Which, maybe okay, that's large. We hate you. As adults here, we hate you. And we just don't like you. Okay, why are you stealing? Are you trying to cheat the game? Yeah, they're all open, man. There's no Doodle Bob in here. Maybe he wanted Gary though. Of course, not everybody wanted Doodle Bob. Yeah, he for sure took it. I'm starting to lean back towards hate. Nah, that's not in there for sure. All right, let's just keep looking. I think that they probably did sell out of them at this location, but like I said, I did buy it over at the other ones. We'll have to go there. It was not as brilliant of an idea as I thought it was going to be. It is not over here. I look about as crazy as this guy. Why is he doing that? Why?
It's part of the Illuminati.
That's what it gets you being in the Illuminati. You get on those random ads at Five Below. The perks are getting a little bit looser and looser these days, I guess. All right, went to the other Five Below now. Karina just left me behind, but I know she's on low health. She dropped all her rings right here. Okay, so it looks like we just got here a little early last time because they kind of did set it up like the other one too. We just were here a few days early, it seems. They even have a display box of the SpongeBob Krabby Patties here for Halloween, which is pretty cool. They have virtually everything. They even have these Hello Kitty little ducks too. Heck yeah. Heck yeah. I just mostly am going to look to see if there's anything different from the other one we went to, but we'll cut to it if we see it, guys. We're mostly just trying to get the box here, but I figure I'd just walk around to, you know, see if anything else like stands out. I actually still think that one had more stuff because I don't see the SpongeBob speaker or anything like that at this one yet. All right, Karina regrettably left the Harry Potter shirt, so she came back to get this one now that we're here at this location, so why not? There we go, she got that. Now we can go see. Hopefully they have my box saved here. I really hope they do. Okay, so there we have it right there, the Beyond box. It comes in this super cool container that's actually SpongeBob. Like, it's just a display figure in itself, this awesome piece. So we are gonna grab this one. I already have this one paid for and ready to go. It's my first time doing an online order, so it was kind of cool. All they needed was my ID and I was able to get it. So now we can head back to the cavern. We can check this out and see what we have inside of the surprise box. So we are back, Rep Pack, to the cavern, and we have our Five Below bag here, the 30 cents bag that is made out of air. let's go ahead and check it out. So should we start with the mystery box? I think we should start with the mystery box, but there was so many awesome things today. We're gonna start with all the mystery items. Let's start with the horror box. We're gonna start with this big SpongeBob one. Then we are gonna do the horror mystery boxes that we got as well. In addition to that, we'll also do our mystery Garfield figure too. And then we'll check out all of the amazing SpongeBob stuff and Scooby-Doo stuff we were able to pick up. So let's take a look here. So first off, this is $20. So this is the Beyond section. Almost every time I do these Five Below videos, I give them a really good rating because I give the product a really good rating because usually they're $5, you know. Some today were 20, 15, you know, so I have to be a little bit more critical of them, I feel like. When it's $5, it's easy to get a good ranking because it's like your expectations are a little lower, but $20 is, you know, a good amount of money. I will say out the gate though, the box itself is really cool. I am just kind of a stickler, right? So I was kind of caught off guard immediately for like a second. You may have noticed a brief hesitation. I think that it looks fantastic. I don't think the average person is going to care. This is a really cool shelf piece and an absolutely massive piggy bank. You could probably hold a couple $100 in this, and maybe a couple thousand if it's quarters. But there is like this notable space. I think what they could have done to make it a little bit better is SpongeBob's nose. I thought for a second his nose looked too small, but the issue that makes his face look a little off is, and this is coming from a guy who looks at SpongeBob quite often, the space between his mouth and his nose is a bit too great. For example, I have the snow clone machine here. The snow clone. That's a snow clone, all right? The snow cone machine. And you can see how much closer his mouth is to his nose. And I mean, that's, you know, that's like I said, a normal human being probably wouldn't notice that. But for me, I'm kind of, you know, it stands out to me, all right? And the only reason it kind of bugs me is because if it was not for that little thing, this would probably be one of the best SpongeBob like head bust, I guess you could say, because we've gotten in a while, debatably maybe even this year for a $20 price tag, but it's still pretty good. And then let's go ahead and pop this open. Ooh, okay, so I don't really know if the items are a mystery. It probably said it on the packaging, but it's a mystery to me. So we have a pack of stickers here, really nice. There's a backdrop to the stickers. You have a Flying Dutchman one. I personally like this one. It says Laundry Day. And then all the other items in here are actually kind of blacked out. So let's take a look and see what we got. Oh wait, there's also this poster too. This is, I believe, the poster that they released for the SpongeBob 25th anniversary. No, this is actually the one they released for the 20th anniversary for SpongeBob on his birthday. It contains roughly all the characters. It's not every character. I've sat here for a while and pointed out a few different characters that are not appearing on here, but there's a whole lot, all right? Again, normal human being, you could probably say all the characters are on here, and 90% of people are gonna be like, oh yeah, that's all of them. So it gets the job done. But then what do we have here? So let's see. The first thing we have, oh, that is really cool. We have a plushie of the SpongeBob Ice Pop. That is actually pretty golden. Who is this by? This is by the Well Played Company, I think. The Well Played Company does the SpongeBob Snap and Switch, as well as a few other things as well, to like the tech decks. I think that they made the Snap and Switch for the Popsicle as well too, so that's probably why they have like the license to do this. That is clean. I wonder if they have to get the license for just Nickelodeon, or do they have to get it from the Popsicle Company too? It looks like it's just the trademark for Nickelodeon there, so unbelievably cool. I will say that in itself is awesome. So I have a SpongeBob Ice Pop plush. One complaint is like, again, $20. I wish that like it had some kind of like maybe posable like stem in the inside here, or just something that made it stand up straight so you could actually hold it like a popsicle, because it is like very limp on the body here. And again, I'm doing this for $20. I'm trying to see, is this worth $20? Like really, we got stickers here. I'm saying that's like maybe $2. Poster, $1. The SpongeBob plush, I'm saying like $5. So right now we're at like $8. Let's see if the rest of this kind of, you know, adds up to that. And I would say the container itself, I would pay $5 for it if they plastic wrapped it, made it look nice, and put it in the store. So that's like $13 there. Next up here we have a spatula. Okay, so I will not lie, I did get spoiled on this item a little bit. Somebody I follow that's a SpongeBob fan as well posted a photo of this. I assumed it had to have come in this. Sorry, I'm not very good at this. Give me a second. I'm taking away points for effort.
Ugh, I hate exerting energy.
Okay, there we go. So it's SpongeBob. There's a Big spatula. SpongeBob spatula as an inflatable. I don't know. This I think is cool, but we do have a few different licensed SpongeBob spatulas that are available, whether they be plastic ones or even real metal ones or even real metal gold ones. I would have much rather, considering we had the Krusty Krab meal kit that was less than $20. That Krusty Krab meal kit comes with the burgers, the hot dogs, all that stuff, and I think it was about $12.99. And there was a plastic spatula in there. I would have almost rather had just like a plastic spatula in there that looked pretty decent, even if they had to fold it in some way, like have like some kind of clasp in it to fold it to get it inside the box, rather than having the inflatable. I don't even know what the value on the inflatable should be. I'm saying like maybe $1, so we're at like $14 there. Okay, and then we have the Krusty Krab hat here. That is really cool. I love this. I actually have one right back here so I can compare it. Yeah, this is actually it's actually like almost identical to the Spirit brand. So this is the Spirit brand here, and then this is the one from Well Played Toys. It's kind of like uncanny how accurate like the flap is there. The side girth is about the same. I would debate that they used this one, like even the stitching is similar. I would debate they used the Spirit Halloween one as like a model to make this one, whoever designed this one. But I will say that the blue is a little bit more rich on this one on the anchor, and then it's black on the top there, which is okay because it's kind of interchangeable. Sometimes there is a black little tip on the top there, and sometimes the hat is just fully white. So either one of them works. I personally, honestly, I think I'm gonna give it to the Well Played Toys one. I feel like this one's a little bit more sturdy and a little bit more well stuffed than this one here, and I do love how much more vibrant the anchor is on it. So I'm gonna give a point to this one here, and I could also use a replacement, so we'll put that one to the side. There we go. I'm gonna give this one at least a $5 bill. I think I paid more than that for that one, so that I think kind of raised the value here. And then we also get some figures, it feels like here. So we have a little Patrick, a really tiny Patrick figure here. Not like super insanely good quality or anything like that. You also don't have like a stand or anything to get him to stay up. And then a SpongeBob. I don't know why they're so poorly proportioned. Why is SpongeBob so much bigger than Patrick? Let's move him closer. Force perspective there. Now they're the same size. That's like roughly what it should be actually kind of like that. There we go. I do wish they would have had like a stand of some kind to go with these, even if it was like a cheap little plastic stand. But hey, I mean, if it's for a kid and they just want like a little action figure to kind of like mimic some of their favorite scenes with a little action figure, that works. So I will say, yeah, I would say the $20 is fair. Like, you're not getting a steal of a deal. I think that the $20 is a fair price, especially in this day and age. I think that as a collector, the items that I'm here for is the hat, the popsicle, and honestly the best piece here outside of the popsicle plush is the container itself. If you're like a starting collector of anything, or you know, especially SpongeBob, being able to get just this big of a shelf piece is fantastic. You could put like other little minifigures in front of it, and you have this big kind of central anchor piece. Honestly though, I know I nitpicked a little couple things, like that I wish this had a stem, I wish that this had like a base, but when I really look at it, this is actually an amazing amount of value. I think just this itself is like debatably like a $10 item, and I think that like the plush for the hat, the popsicle, the little figures, you know, the sticker, the poster, something to make you feel like you got a little bit more. My only item I'm kind of disappointed is in this right here. I just kind of wish it was an inflatable of the spatula if they were gonna do an inflatable, rather than having like this background to it. I just feel like it's this weird spatula with a background. I don't like that part of it, but when I look at everything here, I think that in today's world, that's a pretty good value for $20. I'm gonna give it a 9 out of 10. Only thing leaving it from being a 10 is just this thing having a stem, because it just kind of bugs me, but it's not that bad. Okay, so now for our horror figures here. So you guys let me know in the comment who of these characters are your favorite, but I personally love all the Jordan Peele movies. There are some of like the Universal classics as well. I'm not really that familiar with those ones. I know them, of course, but like I haven't, you know, watched a lot of those movies. And I like Chucky, and Megan's kind of new for me, so like I don't really necessarily know if that's like a character I'm looking for. But let's see what we got here. Oh yes, we got Chris from Get Out. That is absolutely horrifying though. That is such a sick figure. We have him there crying in the chair as he gets sent to the sunken place. So I already got one of the ones that I wanted. Let's see here, who else do we got? And this is Universal. I would have loved if they could have got some Conjuring stuff in here, but it's all right. The next up, Okay, we have the mummy guy. He's cool too, but you know, he's a little old school for me. He's a 1 out of 24 though. We had a 1 out of 12 and a 1 out of 24, so I can't complain. I just don't know a lot about the classic Universal monsters, as I probably should. Okay, come on, red. I really want red. I think the little boy from Us is cool too, but he's kind of scary. Red is just kind of awesome. This could go. No, this is like the devil guy. Pretty sure it's the devil. It's not even the rare devil guy. It's just a common devil guy. This is from the Black Phone. I've never watched that, so yeah, I didn't watch you that much. I mean, maybe when I see the movie, I'll be happy I got you, but as of right now, a little disappointed. Alright, well at least we got Chris here. I guess I got one of the Jordan Peele characters. I'm not gonna lie, the next time we go, I think I'm gonna buy a few more so I can get red. Alright, I don't even, like, all the Garfield ones are very similar, so I'm not too particular on which one I get here. Very cute. Comparing it though, I think, like, look at how much detail here you get with the Funko Mystery Mini for $5.99. I think it was like $6. This was also $5. Let me double check on my receipt. If they're $3, then I'll just go ahead and shut my mouth. So let's see here. Yeah, the Garfield's $5, and the Funko horror ones are actually $5 too. So you get Chris here that is insanely good detail. You've got like the straps on there. You can even see the little piece of like cotton or like foam that was on the actual chair that was poking through, versus this Garfield, which is really cheap looking. He actually reminds me of like those you know those keychains you see at the gas station sometimes? They're usually like knockoffs of the characters. Ryan puts them up on screen here. Like they're just like this really cheap like rubber material. It's kind of like that, and like look, they're not even like well cut out. There's like he's got like a skin tag here of like extra material that was left on there. For $5, I'm thinking these should have been like $3. I'm honestly glad I didn't get like the whole set to try to collect. And I usually like UCC distribution. This one's just not it for me. I would much rather have, you know, gotten the, I mean, like, even the bobbleheads are like $5. Come on, comparatively to this. I'm gonna go ahead and give the Garfield a 6 out of 10. I would probably walk past the Garfields if you see them, and that's me being a Garfield fan. Okay, now for the thing I have been waiting for the most. We have the SpongeBob bobbleheads here. So first off here, we have Gary, and he is so cute. He has a little pumpkin shell here. This is a kind of a thing they've done for a few Halloweens. They've been like different. We have one over here where I believe that Gary is like a candle holder. I think it was in a Nick box years back. It's like a nice porcelain material or like a really hard resin, so it feels really weighty and like nice quality in your hand. And it even also came with a little like double-sided piece of like 3M tape, so you could put it on your car, or even if you put it on your shelf, you don't have to worry about it actually falling off while you're trying to get the rockin' and knockin'. So Gary, already I am gonna give him a 10 out of 10. This is so cool. This is like the best item to come from Halloween so far. Okay, and then SpongeBob, there's actually a pretty semi-rare Hallmark ornament where SpongeBob is in the same costume that you see him in this one. If we can find a photo, we'll put it up on screen. I want to say it's Hallmark, but it's like a resin material just like this. They're hard to find. So this really reminds me of that, but it's only $5. And yeah, he has so much more movement to him than Gary does. You can see Gary's shell, you know, moves a little bit, but it's a little tougher to get going. But SpongeBob's really freaking like flying there, and you can see he's ever so slightly floating. I do think it's kind of weird how his holes are actually like in the blanket, just because of the fact that like, have you ever like put a sheet on something that's like hanging, you know, like it's like if I put a sheet over like this shelf, you know, it's hollow in the front, hollow in the back, it's still gonna look like one smooth material because it's hanging. So like it doesn't make a whole lot of sense that the holes are like in the sheet. They probably should have just kept it as like one smooth material, and that would have looked a little bit better. So that's a little weird, but other than that, I mean, come on, it's $5. That is amazing. I am gonna give it a 10 out of 10 still. If it would have been like $20, I would count that as like a, oh, like why did they do that? But like, it's a, like, who cares really? It's freaking $5. That's amazing. And that's going out of box too. Okay, and then the one I've been waiting for the most, this is the character. I have just been waiting for this particular image of Patrick to be publicly available in some way for so long. So I am pumped, and yes, this is awesome. This is the Bride of Frankenstein Patrick, and he looks so cool. He's scary yet slightly cute. His mouth and his reaction is perfect, and it really encapsulates that image perfectly and is a good representation of that art. Again, they kind of been messing up Patrick with the size proportions a little bit. He looks a little small in comparison to SpongeBob, but I think they're trying to keep them all from the kind of the same height, and Patrick's hair goes a little bit, you know, high on the side here. But I'd say of all of them, I still prefer the Patrick one the most because this is just so unique and fun. I'm gonna give it a 10 out of 10. So all of the bobbleheads get a 10 out of 10. You guys let me know which one is your favorite in the comments. I would have loved to get the Squidward one where he's like Jack the Ripper or whatever, or Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. Like he would be a cool one too, but I'm pretty hyped to just have those three. Okay, and then we also got these Scooby-Doo ones here. It looks like these are gonna be like plastic. These were by Surreal Entertainment, and these ones are by Culturefly. But I'm not mad. I really do love vinyl too. Honestly, Culturefly is my favorite brand of all of the brands that work with Five Below. I've loved them ever since like the beginning, doing like the Nick box, and you know they helped us get a Reptar here we have in the background. They just have some unbelievable products and a really good value. And also, though it is, oh, and this is also not even a bobblehead. This is just a vinyl figure, and they've kept that box shape the same. So if you're collecting all of the Five Below releases, this one would go, which I have been. I've just been keeping them all out of box. This would go with the entire set since they've been doing these, and you could have quite an awesome collection of different cartoon characters that have been released. So we have Scooby here in the Jack-o'-lantern costume, and he looks stunning. They did release a Shaggy and Scooby, a regular version of them, so it's going to be cool to have the Halloween edition right next to them. So comparison in size here, you know, yeah, it's not like a hard resin like this, but it is a lot bigger to compensate for that. And not just that, it's a little less fragile, so you could drop this guy and you know you're still gonna be all right. So Scooby, 10 out of 10 too. I know I'm giving a lot of 10s right now, but it's just easy work right now. These are fantastic. Five Below is just one of those last little like ropes of security, you know, in the affordable collecting scene that we can hold on to. So I hope that they can maintain it and stay strong throughout and keep bringing stuff out like this, because I would hate to see these you know, and Culturefly as well too. I would hate to see these get to like a $10 price or a $7.99. I still cannot believe that they're able to sell these for $5. And that was like, I said that like a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, and things have changed a lot in those 2 years, and I'm still saying it. Like the fact that they're able to supply a figure of this quality for $5 is still mind-blowing to me. So unbelievably awesome figure here. We got Shaggy. I actually really like that the jack-o'-lantern outfit is like kind of like a glowing, like glossy finish. So there is Shaggy next to Scooby. That's like a full-blown little Halloween decor there for $20, and they're licensed. Like that's beautiful. 10 out of 10. Like this has just made my whole freaking week here, and it was only $25 to get all of these guys here. Like this, like that's a little collection right there, and it's nice. Like it's not like you have a bunch of like little rinky-dink things, like, you know, these type of things where they're like barely, you know, like these are respectable figures. You know, those I understand, they're like a part of a bigger box, and you know, just a little item to throw in there to make it feel like more. You get what I'm saying? But like these are really respectable. They don't look like toys, they look like collector's items. So big shout out to Culturefly and Surreal Entertainment for releasing these. And again, I got one more of those to give away to you guys absolutely free. Come check out my Whatnot stream. Again, you get $15 for free just for signing up. Make sure you use my link in the description, so that way you get that coupon and you can enter those giveaways. Again, that'll be in the description down below. And I also bought one of these to give away to you guys as well, the SpongeBob Bluetooth speaker. And man, okay, so this wasn't cheap though. I'm not gonna say this was $5 because it was not. So this was $10. So, you know, that would be a whole different conversation if it was $5, but it's still pretty impressive how big this thing is for $5. Like that's pretty sweet, and it is portable as well too. You can charge it up. That is a freaking sweet little like SpongeBob head speaker. You could take this with you at the beach. If you're at the gym, you could throw this guy on. If you're in the kitchen hanging out and you want to hear some music without having like your headphones on, this is a sweet little guy, and I love that they put the headphones on him. It's so cute. And let's go ahead and turn it on. I don't know if there's power in it already. Oh yeah. I mean, it sounds good. It's not like extremely loud, you know what I mean? Like if you had this in your bedroom, you could hear it around the whole room, but I'm not gonna say like you could have a party with this speaker alone. You know, you're gonna overtalk it pretty quickly. But it's nice. And then the LEDs, you can see they actually kind of switch between different colors. Like right now it's like a purple, and then it'll switch to like an orange. So it's not like a set color you can change. It's just kind of a RGB cycle, which is cool. Kind of lights up the whole side of the speaker too. Very fun, I gotta give it to him. This is sweet. All right, the speaker for $10. I have zero complaints. I'm gonna throw this over here in like my electronics section. It's a solid speaker. I will be using this in the cavern, and it's an easy hookup too, comparatively to a lot of them. And there are some other SpongeBob Bluetooth speakers, but they're kind of pricey. So it's like, as a collector, I'm like, I don't even almost don't even want to open them. But this one, it's like affordable, so it's like, who cares? You know, I'll just open it up, use it for a while. Hopefully, it lasts a long time, and you know, no harm. It's only $10. 10 out of 10. And I think the SpongeBob one looks way better than the Winnie the Pooh. And I'm a Winnie the Pooh fan. Again, it's just that it just looks better. And again, we will be giving away one for free to one of you beautiful people. So come check it out at the stream. Again, the link is down below. Okay, then next up here we have the RGB color pin for Garfield here. Very cute. I already have the SpongeBob one. I use it all the time. This is such a fun pin because during my streams I write different notes. So I can write certain notes in black, and all I do is press it down, switch it to blue, then write it in blue for other certain type of note, and it kind of outlines everything for me. It's all in one pin. And then if one runs out of ink, you know, just switch from black to blue. You run out of black, then switch to dark blue, and then, you know, you kind of got a lot of ink, you know, in one pin. And it's freaking Garfield. 10 out of 10. All right, next up we have the Shrek hairband. I mean, this was $3. It's a hairband. I mean, it's gonna do the job. 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10. This though, oh man, I did not expect this to be as much as it is. This costs $15. The SpongeBob bag. I think that this should have been like a $10 bag. It is nice. It's got the little SpongeBob patch down here. You can see it's got SpongeBob up there. It's essentially like your Loungefly kind of like knockoff bag. You see these at Target too, kind of. I would say this is not as good quality as even the Target ones, the Target branded ones. There's no interior design. You can just kind of see like the plastic of like what's holding up that SpongeBob on the outside there. I think that if this would have been $10, this would have been such a cool item. But I think at $15, there's sometimes a Target has sales and their like character or like brand themed bags are $20. So I think at $15, you know, it's a little harder to hit. Also at Walmart has these character bags too, and they're $20 all the time. They're a little bit better quality than this one here with interior designs. A little bit like, you know, they actually stay to form a little bit better than these do. I think I would have loved to see it at a $10 price range. At 15, I'm gonna give it a 7.5. So if I were to give you the items to get today, this right here, any of the characters, so sweet, all the figures, and this, not bad. And if you like horror movies, these guys are sweet too. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, hit the like button, subscribe if you're new here, Patreon, whatnot. All that information is down below if you guys want to support the show a little bit further and help keep these videos coming for years to come. Thank you so much to all of our already existing Patreon and YouTube members. Thank you guys from the bottom of my heart. You guys are the ones that support this show and make this possible for everybody else here on YouTube. So thank you guys. If you guys would like to join, again, that information down below. You get extended versions of every single video on Patreon, on both YouTube memberships and Patreon. You get videos that are not available anywhere else. Plus, you get to support this show and make a huge difference. So thank you guys. If you guys want to win any of the giveaways or come hang out with us on our live stream, we are on Whatnot every Wednesday and Friday at 5:30 Pacific Standard Time. Come check it out. Come win some stuff and come say what's up. All that information is down below. Before we go anywhere, you know the drill. Scan it. Alright, so that is it, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it again. Hit the like button, subscribe if you are new here, if you haven't already. Check out this video on your screen right there. I'll see you guys over there. And as always, Rep Pack, I will see you beautiful fishes in the next one. Adios, and what are you waiting for? This